The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1, Future Days. I am a fan of the post-apocalyptic kind of aspect where the world has gone into turmoil and then you're basically seeing the Wild West just in a post-apocalyptic kind of world. I enjoy that, and there are some pieces of dialogue in this film which are funny because in the settlement where Joel is at, they have an argument about, room for settlers who are still coming to the town, and Joel has his own house, the mayor has her own house, every single person in the village has their own house, and I'm thinking about, if the post-apocalyptic world, everyone has their own house, what does it say about the world right now, where people are crammed into small apartments, having to share rooms with people who are the same age, like middle age, having to share, especially in big cities. It was just like, this is a huge statement at what society is right now. That's where we would like to be at some point, but people can't even afford homes now. Joel is basically like the head foreman of the construction crew. They're breaking open a giant clay pipe and you find roots in there. The first thing I thought of was like, uh-oh, the infection's gonna get into the town via those roots. And of course it's gonna play a key role later on, but Joel and Ellie are fighting. It turns out that Joel finally has confessed that he had lied to Ellie, letting her know that, oh, the Fireflies weren't raided by raiders. I killed them all to save your life because they were gonna take yours. Ellie is 19 years old, and throughout history, when people are given tough lives, especially like back in the day when people were forced adulthood at a young age, they matured quicker because they just had to. People were having kids at a younger age because the lifespan was much less. Here, Ellie's 19 years old. She's an adult. She has been an adult since she was basically a teenager when life was thrust upon her. But it's so strange how childish she acts. Is like, I would expect that of a 19-year-old at this point in time. Technically, I would expect that of close to a 40-year-old at this point in time. Immaturity comes from comfort. They don't live comfortable lives. Even though it shows that they live somewhat comfortable lives, they live in a harsh world. And I'm just like, a lot of this stuff just doesn't add up for me. I'm like, I would expect her to act maturely. Ellie acts like a complete child. Everyone around her is like, all the guys are being mature. Oh, I threw my punch. Oh, make sure you follow the rules. And then Ellie's like, oh, are we just gonna run back and let some guys do it for us? And I'm just like, no. But be smart and ask for help. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that just make me hate Ellie as a character. In season 1, it's justifiable because she's like, what, 13? So it's like, okay, she's still dealing with her issues. She doesn't know if she can trust Joel. She doesn't know what's gonna happen to her. She has no clue. She's a child. She's afraid. She's dealing with all these giant men in the world who are trying to take advantage of her. And then here she just acts like a snobby, spoiled brat. And I didn't like her. I absolutely didn't like her. They introduced Joel once again, and I'm just excited to see like Pedro Pascal to get his I'm just excited. I'm tired of him being in everything. But they make him out to be the mature, the civilized character. He's seeing a therapist to get help. The reason why Ellie doesn't talk to her is because he told her the truth. I mean, all that stuff is like, okay, I like Joel, which that's the point. You're supposed to like Joel because they're gonna they're gonna do that. And they're making you dislike Ellie, but Ellie's supposed to be the main focus. But I know the reason why they're doing that is because Abby, a new character who's introduced this season at the very beginning, she ends up getting her own story as well. If you played the game, you play both Abby and you play Ellie. You go back and forth. I think you play Joel only once in the second game. So Abby's the one you're supposed to sympathize with, the one you're supposed to, care for. But it doesn't work like that for me because it feels like I'm getting whiplash with how this episode starts. Because Abby's crying about all the Fireflies that were killed because they were gonna massacre a little girl, and I'm like, I was watching this from Ellie and Joel's perspective. You can't get me to sympathize with your complaint when they were going to kill a child to save. They could have waited. They could have done research. They could have spent years analyzing her blood, analyzing her brain, analyzing everything until they found a cure. No, they were just going to butcher her and hope for the best. So it just felt weird. They're trying to get you to sympathize with Abby, who's not a relatable character. They try to push Ellie off to the side to make you feel like, okay, we're supposed to feel more with Abby. We're supposed to feel more with Joel because Joel's gonna be... But it just feels off. The whole thing just feels uncomfortable. I like the setting. I like the dynamic. I like the world. I'm just not liking the characters. Oh well, we'll see where this goes. I'm literally here just to watch the... I'm just looking forward to that, and then I'm pretty much gonna be like, well, my time is done. Probably. Thank y'all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.
You guys got a video? Why is it so bad?
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Why is it like that?